This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Missouri Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bearcats' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll bring it back looking for help. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Grabbed on the outside, it's Johnson. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. On the move, it's Hardy. Oh, he got loose. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working on the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Quarterback making adjustments. Fights off the defender. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback.
The Sneak scores it.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He's open on the right. At the 45 on his way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Finds the tight end. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Bearcats with the 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Warrior. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single...
Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
That's caught. It's Coleman.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the play fake. That's caught. It's Hardy. Can't get him to the ground. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Gonna look downfield again. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and he almost had himself an interception in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
But that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Sorsby. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the run, it's Walker. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Going to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
He's up to 55 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Tigers line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Throwing right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Here comes the heat. There he goes. He's brought down at the 6th of the defense, feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He's got it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw at Sorsby. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Now adjusting. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Got him downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes. He's fast. He's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
Makes the grab. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Looking to scramble. Unleashes one deep. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it on the move. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking downfield on 1st down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Oh, better look out! Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Tigers want to move quickly. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. Got the 1st down and more. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
This game just feels so different than it did in the 1st half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. 1st drive of the 2nd half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14,
running free. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Looking downfield, it's Sorsby. Quarterback now breaking the field. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They'll go to the air. This time on target. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the gun. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Rushes on him. They keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback. Tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Touchdown, Bearcats! Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Wants to adjust the pattern. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Missouri trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Gets away from one, finds some space. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to fire. Buying some time. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there, getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
To the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This time he's got it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Took a shot as he threw. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Going right and going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Tiger! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Walker. Plows through the defense. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Leaves it with the running back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Might be looking to run. Slings it downfield. He's got it. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Wants to throw on first down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Got the first down. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation